1 + 1 = you is 1 + 1 = you, the student or the athlete, the other person that's in front of me, making it all about them, helping them to see the direction that they were made to go into. We're helping them get back on track, either in the classroom as far as their grades, their behavior, their attitude, even at home, being a support for the family, especially the mother, helping them out and making decisions on how and what to do, especially filling out college applications, doing college essays. But mainly 1 + 1 = you wants to make the young adult know that they have support, and when we don't know the answer to something, we will find someone who does know the answer or who knows how to help them. If it's with the judicial system, trying to get housing, trying to get food in a home, clothing if they've been put out, just everyday living, everyday life, helping kids get to where they need to be so they can be successful down the road in life. Trying to help them see that just because you have a glitch in the road doesn't mean that's the end. That's just part of life, helping you to become stronger. And down the road, you would have learned from your road bumps to make the next decision a better decision on what and how to do things. And also know that it's not horrible to ask for help. That's the main thing. Everybody doesn't know the answers. Everybody doesn't have the answers. But if you ask for help, then we can find those answers some way, shape, or form. Down through the years of me helping kids, at Central High School is where I started 1 + 1 with athletes, and that's where our young champions come in as far as football goes, and some basketball players. Just helping them get back on track in the classroom and also with their life in general. Some young ladies that I've worked with, parents were in prison. One young lady, Alexis, I think it was her right arm was shot off by her little brother when she was like 4. And they lived in Lexington, and he reached under the couch and there was a gun. He pulled it out and the gun accidentally went off. So her mom had been in and out of jail throughout her life and was known as a young lady that will fight for whatever reason. But when I got a hold of her and teachers were bringing her to me, I told her, I said, if you will give me the ammunition to get you in school, which means you got to give me some grades, I can probably get you in school somewhere. And she trusted and believed in me, and she actually started studying. One episode when her mom was out of prison, her mom walks in the house and she's sitting in the living room studying. Her mom walks past her and walks back and looks. She said, "You're studying?" She said, "Yeah. Miss Demaree told me if I studied and got grades, she would get me in school." Well, she got her grades and she got into Kentucky State University. So she was really excited about that. And she's doing good things now. I've had young ladies as a cheerleading coach, coaching them in cheerleading and also coaching them in life. And sometimes I think coaching them in life is more important than the sport, because once they get that knowledge of how life is supposed to go or should go, then the sport, whatever that may be, kind of falls into place for the kids. And with all I've helped over 100 kids throughout the 30 years that I was at Central High School, as far as just giving advice in the hallway, pulling them in my room, even doing a little coaching in my room as far as what I would see at a football game, or even with the cheerleaders, how they're supposed to act on the sidelines. I was very hard on them. I was very strict. I even had one young lady come back to me and said, because she went to the service, and her boot camp was easy to her because of how strict I was on her at Central, that it was easy. She said if I had not have been that hard on her, then she wouldn't have made it. And I didn't realize I was really that hard for me to be tougher than someone in the military. But she has grown to be a young lady, you know, got married, has grandchildren, children and grandchildren. I've had young ladies that were cheerleaders that were literally in gangs. And when I found that out, I was in the principal's office. Something has to be done about this. This is not the life that I know the Lord didn't want them to have. It was something they chose. So now we have to reset their minds on choosing the right way to live. And they eventually did. And some of them are very good hairdressers now. Because college is not for everyone, but as long as you have a trade and you make an honest living, and you do basically what you love doing, and that's more important, finding a job that you love doing, because then it's not work, it's a passion, and then you're willing to help other folks down the road. So with the cheerleaders that we've had, when I took over the cheerleaders at Central, they had never gone to a camp, cheerleading camp, to learn the correct way of being a cheerleader. Hadn't won a competition ever. In 1994, they won their first regional competition. And I remember just rolling all the way down the basketball court because we couldn't believe we won. But I was very strict on them. At that point, they spent the night with me, and to make sure that everybody ate that morning and that everybody would be there on time. So we all stayed together that whole weekend, that Friday night, that Saturday, and we got up and went to competition. I knew everybody had eaten because they were at my house, and we walked in. That's when the competition started. When we walked in that gym, and the presence that they presented to the whole gym, everybody just stopped what they were doing and watched us, even if they were practicing. They just stopped because there was a way in which we walked in. And those young ladies are very successful. Some young ladies are nurse practitioners, nurses. Some of them are lawyers. You know, I kind of take a little bit of pride in that because they were like my kids, because I was with them longer sometimes than their own mothers were. I even had some cheer dads that I love dearly. So no matter what sport, it's not the sport that counts, it's the life that you're responsible for that counts. Saving lives is basically what I've been told 1+1 Young Champions is doing, is getting kids off the street, getting them back into school. I never looked at it like that. I just looked at it as helping a kid get down the road to their dreams and letting them know it is possible, but there's a lot of hard work that goes with that. And they got to answer to me, because when I put my name on them, now you're representing me and 1+1. So they get it. I still see them. I'm on Facebook with them. And what's so great is that when a cheerleading little video was on there and my cheerleaders start chiming in and talking about how horrible those cheerleaders were, they'll say, Miss Demaree would never have let that happen. Miss Demaree would have never done this, and you better not do that with Miss Demaree. And I'm reading all their comments because I'm friends with all of them. So then all of a sudden I chime in on their comments, and then there we got a great conversation going, and then trying to have a reunion, cheerleading reunion. Some of them have come back to a football game where they all come and they start cheering with the current cheerleaders there, and I'll go into my coaching mode from back in the day, and it's like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this. And they're like, okay, and then they're out there cheering, and it's all in fun. But it's just fun to see them, and then they're bringing their daughters, and I'm watching their daughters while they're out there reliving their high school years, cheering. With football, seeing some of the young men go on to the NFL and being proud of being able to watch or see them on TV, on national TV is a great thing. So I know we have a lot of other young people, hundreds of young people that are out here that have dreams but don't know how to get those dreams started. Which way to go? What do I do? How do I do it? Especially those young men and young women who did not have the grades at the end of their senior year, nor the ACT to sign that scholarship. And now they're trying to find out or find a way to get in college. And they don't know how. Then they start putting themselves in more debt than they expected. With 1+1 and Young Champions, we can help guide them in the right direction, get them in front of the right coaches to either offer them a scholarship, a partial scholarship, or a walk-on. A lot of young people think that they can just go to a college and go to the coach and be a walk-on on their team, whether it's basketball, football, track, cheerleading, or whatever, and that's not the case. You have to be invited to be a walk-on. So we are the ones that will be the intercessor in going and trying to get them an invitation to be a walk-on on a college team, and preferably get them on the team with a scholarship. But if that's not what is available at the time, any way we can get their foot in the door is how we do it. So down the road, they can get that scholarship. They can earn that scholarship with their performance. And in the process, they're getting a free education. So our main thing is educating our young people, getting them off the streets, letting them know there is hope. The thing with Jesse Jackson would say, keep hope alive. And we've got to do that. We've got to keep hope alive for our young people, no matter what color or nationality they are, because in this world, there's only one race, and that's the human race. And if we can help you along your way, allow us to do that. And allow us to show you that you can trust us. And everything that we do to help you get down that road. It's not going to be easy, and I'm not going to be easy on you. I keep it real with you. Sometimes the truth hurts, but it only makes you stronger, because it's not going to kill you. It's just going to make you stronger and make you think about what you've done or said and how we can redo it to make it better. Because there are champions in every last one of us. And sometimes it's not athletics. Sometimes it's in the academics, at being a doctor or a lawyer or a judge or a nurse practitioner or a beautician or a mechanic or a plumber. We need all of that. So you're the piece of the puzzle in this huge puzzle called life. And once we find your fit that fits your passion inside of what you want to do, we're there to support you in any way we can. So my phone is always on. I never turn it off. Mr. Burton, Ed Burton, his phone is on. So I remember a time when we had a young lady that got left at the mall. I was out of town, and it was during the holidays. And she called me crying. I called him. I said, you got to go get her, because I'm not even in town. So I put them together as far as the phone calls, and he found her at Jefferson Mall, picked her up, and took her home. So that's how 1+1 works. It's not just me. There's a team of people that help get these young people down the road. And it takes, I heard the other day, it said, not just a village, it takes a team of people outside of the village, inside and outside. It's just everybody working together to help get our young people down the right path. With all of our teens making wrong decisions, not having that role model to snatch them up when they need to be snatched up, like a parent would do, and be an intercessor for them when it needs to be done, is very important. And there are soldiers that are out there, that we have out there that can do that. So there's a part and a piece of the puzzle for everyone watching this video. You can take a part in this in helping save kids' lives, helping dreams come true, helping getting derailed kids back on track and down that road to life, whether it's being a mentor, supporting them, a tutorer. Financially, if you don't have the time, but you see what we're doing and you believe in what we're doing as far as helping our youth out there, not just the teenagers, but we've got kids that are out there, and I still call them kids because they're not 25 yet. So 19, 20, and 21, they're still trying to make decisions. They want to be grown, but they're not. So helping in any way, shape, or form, if you are a person that can give a job to someone, we will get them ready for that job as far as their attitude and how to dress and what to do the resumes and practice interviews for that position. Not just hand it to them, they got to work for it because this is the real world. But we would help prepare them for that. So there's a spot for everyone to be part of 1+1 and Young Champions. And whatever you decide you'd like to do, that child, that young adult will be most grateful and indebted to you as far as paying it forward to another one just like they were. And a lot of our young people have come and picked up the phone and talked to someone for me, or come back and talked at our retreats to give back, to let them know you can make it out, because I did. And that's the main purpose for being on this earth. God gives us all of our successes, all of our heartaches, all of our trials for a reason. And we need to take those, learn from them, then help a young person along the way. And there's a song that's, if I can help somebody along the way, then my life will not be in vain. So let's don't let our lives be in vain when we don't help, when we see someone on the street that might need help. You don't have to know them to help them. You know, their umbrella might fly away and it's the elderly lady and she can't catch her umbrella. Pull your car over and go running after that umbrella yourself. Helping somebody in a wheelchair that can't get over a little hump on the sidewalk. Pull the car over or walk up to them and say, hey, let me help you. It's all about helping each other. When God gives you something, he wants to see what you're going to do with it. Are you going to keep it for yourself? Or are you going to take that and help someone else with their heartaches and their trials? That's how we survive. And that's how God will give you more than what you ask for, because you've taken that little bit of what he's given you and multiplied it by helping others. When you help others, that's multiplying what God has given you. And then the next thing you know, you've got a legacy that you had no clue could exist or that you even helped. Because those that you help are going to go help someone else, and it just grows and builds. So why not come and be a part of 1+1 and Young Champions? We would love your ideas, more ideas. One head can't do it all. Multiple ideas. Everybody is made different. So God gives you a gift. God gives another person a gift. You bring those gifts together, and it's amazing what happens. So I'm going to leave you with those thoughts, and hopefully we'll hear from you soon.